こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎祐希です。8月29日のセッションリキャップ取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょう。
28th of August, we're going to start over here on the Euro. Take a look at it here. All right. The Euro, the trend is your friend till it bends. The trend is bending. So we will not be surprised on a breakout. Once it breaks out, we are officially a seller. Until we get out of here, we're still a buy.
まずユーロドルからですね、240分。トレンド is your friend、トレンドは友達ですね。Until it's bend、曲がるまで、こう勢いがベンドっていうのは曲がるっていうことで、トレンドが曲がってきたら、トレンドの転換になる可能性があるよ。だからこれブレイクしてきても不思議じゃないよねってことですね。
Right? There's opportunity now up to the upside where there hasn't been because there's been no room up here, but now there is room up here. So now if we get a break above 133.60, we're going up to 134.81. 131.81. However,
もし跳ね返ってきたらですよね。130、421、131.21、下ですね。131.21 まで下がる可能性があるよねと。
if it does break out, then we have to redo the charts, but we can all see that the support down here is down here. Now that would be a 2-day trade here. So the first one would go only to here, 32.43 is the trade to the downside, and then below that 31.88. And but trade to the upside is to 34.81. And pound is bouncing on the day chart trend wall. We're still in a downtrend. So we could still come back to the downside. If we come down here, we would go, these trades have all, targets have all been taken out. So let's change those to dash. By the way, I won't be able to post these if the website is down. I won't be able to post these until after the website gets up. So don't send me an email. When is the session recap going to be up? It goes up typically 10 to 15 minutes after I close this room, but today it won't. It'll be an hour or two minimum. So. Yes, exactly right, Gardner. Same place, same time. Just like we said last week, we'll have a room. Private mentoring is where you go for private mentoring. Okay, that's where you click in at. All right.
ポンドドルですね。210分。今デイチャートのトレンドがあって210分のトレンドですね。でも下のターゲット取ってきてるので、跳ね返ってもおかしくないですよねと。
So, a sell back to the downside, we go back to 54.53. A breakout to the upside, we're above 55.70, we'd be looking for 56.43 up.
そして跳ね返ってきたらですよね、この240分の青いチャンネルをブレイクしてきたら5570、5570より上で買って5643まで行きたいですね。5643まで買ってきたよねと。
Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, there's nothing to do till we retrace. All right, we've got to retrace down into there's the old support or resistance or support somewhere between 106.50, 45 to 50 area right here, and then we'll look for the bounce back up. These targets have all been taken out, so the next target is the 270 fib at 105.80. All right, that's greater than its ATR, so it won't get that far. CH Swiss.
ドルカナダですね。ドルカナダは、フィブのマイナス 0.270 まで跳ね返って、買ってきたよねということですね。次ドルフラン行きましょう。
Swissy, can everybody agree now that we did the right thing by taking our trade off for break even? Everybody see we did the right thing? Break even. We had a break even trade on there, so we made the right decision. All right, don't get hung up on the reward. Get hung up on risk. Risk is too great to stay in that trade. Get out. All right. So we're actually anticipating at this point a breakout because it wouldn't go to the downside. So breakout and above 92.50, we're looking at going up to 786 to 93.12. All right.
ドルフランですね。ドルフランはこうブレイクしてきたらですよね。92.50、9250より上で買っていきたいですね。で、9312っていうところまでまず買っていきたいということですね。
93.12 on a break of 92.50. So about 60 pips there, folks. So if we get a trade to the downside, we're still looking down here at 90.79 if it will break to the downside. All right, right now it's showing evidence that it's not going to do that. So you see the dollar is being bought, dollar yen is going up. Let's go take a look at the dollar index, and you see they're still buying dollars. Not much, but they're still buying dollars. Bulls have got control of it anyway. All right. So dollar yen is following suit and following the dollar index because the dollar index, dollar is the base currency for the dollar yen. So once we break above this 97.85 area right in here, we're looking at this target up here where the support, resistance, multiple places in it, 95.80 is the target. So there's the opportunity up to 95.80, and that puts us in confluence with the day chart downtrend. So we got a trade from 97.85 up to 98.50.
ドル円ですね。今、ドルインデックスが買われているので、ドル円も上がっていますと。で、このままブレイクフック&ゴーしてきたら、98.50、98円50銭まで買っていきたいですねということですね。
So about 65 pips, not too bad. Aussie dollar. Aussie, we're anticipating the move to the downside to finish it off. We're not doing it. I would not be surprised to see them turn this thing. Aussie's going up and the dollar is going up. So what is happening? Market makers are moving this against the dollar. There are market makers pushing it. So there's an agenda in place. Right? The agenda is correct this sucker. Right? So right now we're looking for a potential move to the upside, and we could actually have a new trend starting to the upside. Pop this across here. Pretty shallow, as you can see. Real shallow. Right. So if it does start to move to the upside, we can take a little, right now this is now be the day chart coming from way back over here. So the opportunity is right here, as you can see. Once we break above 89.95, then we're looking to come back up to this day chart, the top up here, which is 90.87. All right. So this is the day chart trend now. All right. Well, it's on a 240. Yeah, with every 6 candles is a day. So every day you can see how many days we got here. So we'll change this, even though it's on a 240 chart, it's because we're smarter than the average bear, and therefore we know it's every 6 candles of the day. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 26, 27 days right there. Is it a day chart trend? Yes, it's a day chart trend. 27 days is represented there. Larry, the desert is only found in the 10-minute chart. That's where the desert is. So you have to go down to the 10-minute chart, and you have to be looking at it above here. All right. Can traders trade? Yeah, we have a trade setup for trading in the desert. New traders should never do it. After you've been here a year, you can trade it in the desert. You don't know how to do it. All right. So new traders would not be a buyer until above 9,000, where we get out of the desert. Fast trackers can take that all day long, and they can double their position here. See? It's where you are in the curve. Right? Right now, there are anywhere from 3 to 5 hedge fund guys in here. See? They're in here. They can trade whatever they want to. Right? So, yeah. So you're new, so you don't trade in the desert. You don't trade in the desert. It's too doggone dangerous. Right? So most traders lose their money. How do you trade in the desert? When you have experience. Do you have experience? No. Then you can't trade in the desert. See? I'm trying to help Larry so he understands. Okay, I cannot trade in the desert. Larry 1 is not able to trade in the desert. Right?
OG ドルですね。今ダウントレンドの中のアップトレンドがあって、跳ね返ってきたら買っていきたいですね。で、この 6S でこのデザート MA の間も取れるんですけども、まあ初心者はやめた方がいいですよね。初心者は MA の外9000より上で買っていきたいよということですね。
Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's the opportunity there. Your yen, as we know, they're all trying to bounce. All the yens are trying to bounce to the upside. There is a day chart trend here, and this is the 240-minute trend. So the opportunity is the break of the R2 to the R3. Safest product trade is right there. Then the next trade is right above it. It's a snowman. All right. So here we go. Draw the snowman.
ユーロ円ですね。240分です。240分のチャートが240分の、トレンドがここにありますよね。で、R2 があるので、R2 から R3 というのが一番安全なところですね。で、その後 R3、R4 で W ポジション買い増しをしていきたいねと。
Right. We always want snowmen because we get to press our winners. It's trade 1, trade 2. We never limit out on trade 1. We move our stop and double our position on a break hook and go on trade 2. That's a great opportunity right there, folks. So we're looking for the target of R5, 131.78.
そしてここですよね。R5、131.78、131、131円78銭とこの辺まで、見ていきたいよねということですね。
We break the R2 here. which is at 130.55. Alright, pound yen. Again, we're making a turn here. Alright, so let's go up to a 240 chart. There we go. Up here in the 240 chart, we can see that as we break here, the S3, we're going to slam right into that PSR. So we can't trade into that PSR. There's not enough room here. We got to be above this. Is 152.19. Break, hook, and go. We're going to the R4, which is 152.80. So there's 60 pips there. 60 pips. Don't miss that trade. It's a nice look.
ポンド円ですね。ポンド円はこの R3 超えたら R4 まで買っていきたいね。152円80銭ですね。ここまで買っていきたいねということですね。
New Zealand. New Zealand is bouncing. We anticipate this. Why? Because we're at the bottom of the trend line. When you're at the bottom of the trend, what are they going to do? They got to go up. Right? So we're on a 240, and you can see it's pretty nasty looking here. And this is the day chart trend. So once we break into this area, not until, then we'll have a trade area in here. Right here. There's the trade opportunity up to the 270 fib, which is the 79.16. You got to get out of here, so you got to be above 7,800, somewhere in this range right in here. I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know, clue. But a break, hook, and go to that trend, that single line trend line, we're looking to go up to 79.
9ドルですね。今デイチャートのトレンドに跳ね返ってきてますので、このシングルライントレンドラインブレイクしてきたら、大体7800より上ですよね。ブレイクフック&ゴーで7916まで買っていきたいねと。
Over to the Aussie. Aussie yen, once again, they're all bouncing. Yens are all going to the upside. Alright, so this is the Aussie yen is trading in a box. Alright, so the box ends up at the top here. Alright, so scrunch it down, and you can see the big box. Okay, so here's the big box. Alright, so when you hit the bottom, we go to the top. Alright, when we go to the top, we go down to the bottom. We go to the bottom, we're going back up to the top. So there's the trade. This is the place you build a position, right? Because you got a big opportunity here. This is the area you would identify for fast trackers to build a position. So, all right. So where are we going to trade? Well, you can see we got a bottom here. So in order to get the buy off this bounce, we got to be above this bottom because this support is resistance here. So we can't trade it till we're above 87.82. We can't trade it till we're above 88 because we've got an even number there. Right above that is this PSR. So there is no trade until we get above 88.27. That's probably exceeds its ATR today, and at which case we would just walk away from this trade and not trade it. Right? So I'm going to take
OG 円はこの88円27銭より上で買っていきたいよねと。
These trend lines off here now because we're trading in the box. And get rid of those, and you can see the box. In the big picture, it's still a downtrend. You can see if you come up back across here, crunch this up, we're still in a downtrend on the side of the yen. So we'll put the day chart trend on here to the downside. Change the color thing at the day chart. We gotta know where that top is. It's the day chart top. You gotta know where it is. You know where it is, you're going to trade right into it and wonder why the broker took you out again. Daggone broker took my stop again. No, you traded right into that pink line and now you're a mess. There's nothing here right now, folks. So walk away from that. Euro pound, we're looking to see if we get a bounce. All right. You see, they still, even on a 240, even though it's going screaming to the downside, we have not gotten rid of the buyers yet. All we're doing is trading in the channel. See, they just come to the bottom of the channel, so now they're in position to go to the top. If we get this trade, we're going back up here. This is the last day we can trade it right now. So if we get this trade, you're on here. Our overall target is way up here. All right, but the ATR is only 58 pips. So this is a one day, 2 day, 3 days. So by Friday, we won't even get there. All right.
ユーロポンドですね。ここ跳ね返ってきたら R3 までですね、取っていきたいね。で、その上のこの R4 というところが全体のターゲットですねと。
There we go. All right. Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie has corrected back to the bottom. We're looking for a bounce. We'll finish off the fifth wave. So we're looking for the opportunity to bounce off here, and then I got trade 1 here and trade 2 here. We've already made these trades twice, so now we've got to do them again. 1 and
ユーロ王子ですね。跳ね返ってきたら1つ目、2つ目っていう風に取っていきたいですねと。
2. Overall target is 5064. So we don't want to miss.
5064、5064っていうのがオーバーオールターゲット、トータルのターゲットですね。大きなターゲットですと。
That's the bounce at 4,900, which is right where we are right now. And then first trade is going to 4,961. Break hook and go here. Move your stop by the 5,000 and
4961、4961が最初のターゲットですね。なので4900付近での跳ね返りから4961。ブレイクフック&ゴーでとりあえず、5000。これ抜けてきたら5061でしたっけ？この大きなターゲットですね。取っていきましょうと。
Hang on to the R6, which is at 5064. Your CAD. Your CAD nothing to do till we come back down. It's got a euro in it. We know they're driving the euros to the downside. So wait it out. Just don't do anything. CAD yen also, like all the other yens, they're making a turn. All right, so
ユーロカナダはすることがありません。次、カナダに行きましょう。
we're still in a downtrend here. I'm leery about trading the CAD yen up. There's a good 60, 70 pips up in here, but until I get more, they're being right here. They're being held by the support now, resistance over here. So they're being held. So once they break that support and get up in this area, there is a 60 pip trade to the upside. The problem is we have no trend that we can get on here at 45 degrees because this is a double bottom. All right. This could also be a head and shoulder. So there's a shoulder, a head, and one more to the downside. So, be very careful if you take that buy because it could turn on a dime and put the right shoulder in. The real trade is out here once that occurs.
カナダ円はヘッダーショルダーの可能性があります。なので、このトレンドですよね。ブレイクしてきてからの買いっていうのがリアルトレード、ちゃんとしたトレードだと思いますと。
So, I'd be leery of trading that CAD yen, especially with the CAD in it. I have not done the New Zealand yen, so I can't do that. We'll do that and fast track it later today. Pound New Zealand, all right, just going sideways. Pretty easy to see that one, going sideways. Right? So, that we know that the pound is being driven to the maybe driven to the upside one more time. We have a head and shoulders in here potential, and we have a triple top in play. 3 triple tops. We've got this head and shoulders right here. There's a neckline, so it's real possible that this could actually trade to the downside. We got
ポンドキウイですね。ヘッド&ショルダーになっててトリプルトップもつけていてネックラインもブレイクしてきているので、これ下がってくるかもしれないですよねっていうことですね。
square up that needs to take place all the way down here. Square up all the way down here. So
で、スクラップキャンドルがここにありますので、ここまで下がってきてもおかしくないよねってことですね。
there's a big trade to the downside. If we get that sell, and the safest place is below 9,800. See if it is.
で、一番安全なら9800、9800より下で売っていくことですね。これが安全ですと。
The bottom here. If you get the sell below 9,800, don't miss that trade because you see they move this fast because there's nothing to stop it. So that could be a huge trade right there. Do not miss that below 9,800. Silver, for those who can, we've had a correction. Silver, we corrected back to the bottom of the channel. We're now in a position to buy. All right, so if we get buy.
銀ですね、XAG 60分チャートですけども、戻ってきたので、ここから買っていきたいよねということですね。
Buyers, they ran out of buyers up here. Why? They're at the top of 2 channels. They ran out of buyers, so they came back down. Yeah, we all put limits in and got out. There, Joel. So thanks. Yeah, it's all a break-even trade. So now we're looking for silver. If it will bounce, to go up all the way up to 25.81. Next first target is 25.37. 25.27. All right. Pound Swissy. In a downtrend, we corrected here. All right. And, I'll still be looking for this sell here, folks. I'm not, I will be a buyer up in here. But right now, I'm looking for it to come up and turn to the downside, and then we'll get that trade. All right.
ポンドフランですね、240分です。トレンドブレイクしてきたら買うんですけども、今まだ売りを待ってますと。跳ね返ってきての売り、ダブルボトムまでの売りを見ていきたいですねということですね。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the downside, so we should have an A, B, C potential here up to the top. At the top, I'm going to be looking to be a seller. All right. I'm going to sell. I said I'm going to be looking to be a seller. All right. So there we go. All right. Pound Aussie. I've got a big day chart trend here. Huge day chart trend. And it changes to pink, so I know it's a day chart trend. That means I'm allowed now to put the 240 trend on, which will be smaller. Which will be great. So there's a 240 trend inside the day chart, and they're running a channel here. If they can break up here, that would be great. But it's got a pound in it. So what do we know about the pound? They're trying to drive it to the downside.
ポンド王子ですね。 240分のトレンドがここにありますと。新しくできました。なので、このシングルライントレンドライン、黄色のトレンドブレイクしてきたら、この上を取っていきたいんですけども、ポンドなので多分これ割っていきそうですよねってことを言ってます。
Alright, so there's a possibility of a sell down to, once the breakout occurs, down to the day chart trend somewhere around 7,200, okay? Then the trade to the upside is up to 74.89, okay? So there you go. Alright, next one, Euro New Zealand. And we're at the bottom of this channel. The trend is your friend till it bends. We know the euro is bending, doing the very same thing. Alright, so it won't surprise us if we break out here.
ユーロキウイですね、60分です。で、トレンドですよ、フレンドアンティリスペンド。またユーロと同じで、これもトレンドが曲がってきましたよね。なので、トレンドブレイクしてきてもおかしくないですと。
Big opportunity down here on the Euro New Zealand, and it can make that trade, okay? But it just could easily bounce, and we'll go back up to the top. If we get the bounce, be above 71.15. You're looking to go to at least 7,300 right in here, all right? If we get a break hook and go to the downside, you're looking to come back down to support here initially, and then if we break below 60.83, we want to trade it down at 6,900 and maybe all the way down at 67.07.
まあここを割ってきたら絶対売りたいですね。下まで売りたいですね。で、こう跳ね返ってきたらこの、7300ですとか7300までは買っていきたいよねって感じですね。
Okay, folks, that's what I see. I will see all of you later, and don't forget, okay, momentum traders, if you want to join Anil, Anil will be in the market analysis room. And if you want to join, if you're a fast tracker, you need to be with me in the private mentoring room, and we'll see all of you in a little bit.
はい、というわけで今日のセッションリキャップここまでですね。また明日撮っていきたいと思います。それでは今日もありがとうございました。失礼します。